Hi guys, so today we're doing a chill get ready with me video. We're going to be chatting about some life shit and actually quite a bad experience I had at the O2, a venue I go to quite a lot, funnily enough, to see architects. But I did get this on time though, considering last year the whole debacle I had with, oh god, what was even the brand called? It was a Scream collection by a brand that I literally choose to forget. This isn't obviously all of it because I've taken it out, but I have a bunch of stuff from the new It collection, of the Welcome to Derry collection by Mel Cosmetic. Yeah, but I thought I'd just like chat. I also forgot a mirror. This seems fitting. You get a big makeup bag, which I'm considering changing over some of my stuff from in here because my old Jeffree Star one, I feel like I lose everything in it because it's too big. You also get another little makeup bag. And this one has like a balloon.
Don't you want a balloon?
As the zipper. This one just has a massive zip. But then I'm guessing this is meant to be like his teeth. So, eyeshadow palette, a lip liner, which I think is still in here, lipstick, like a white gel eyeliner. Yeah, I got a couple of other things yesterday while I was out. Might try on, we'll see. I got a new SD card, so I'm hoping everything is filming. Look how big this thing is. Like, it felt like a good idea at the time. Everything just kind of gets out of control very quickly. Put some lip balm on it too. Just to help the lipstick. Use my Wet n Wild one today. Just going to mix it up because I don't use this one at the moment as much, just because it doesn't have that pigment to it. We'll get started on the eyeshadow and then I will tell you about my experience with the O2. It ended up okay in the end, but considering I'd been there the day before and had no issue. Anyway. The work they've done in these palettes. Like, I don't like getting rid of cartons when they're this cool. The palette itself looks like a little circus. The balloons all the way around the side and all around here. Here you've got Pennywise, even when he's like super red eyes. And then obviously you've got the colours. The colours, they're very, very cool colours. The names of them are very cool, like Float, Missing Poster, Fear Feeder, It, The Losers, and The Circus. I had to explain this to my boyfriend yesterday because he hasn't yet seen It, although we will be doing an It marathon. And then even to cover the mirror, this, like the fact the little kids going into the circus, like the detail on this is insane. It's so good. To start off with, I'm going to take the Losers, which is like the most brownish sort of shade. I'm going to take a fluffy brush. My hair is going to be a complete and total mess the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do my best to kind of style it. I'm not one of those people that spends hours styling their hair, or even like half hour. Like 5-10 minutes is kind of my max. Like, I better be able to just throw it in some straighteners or in some curlers and then be done, because if it's any longer than 5-10 minutes, I'm getting bored. My hair is getting very, very long at the front because I'm growing everything out. So it's been a number of weeks since I've seen my hairdresser, and I'm not seeing her till nearly the end of November, I want to say. It's going to be a friggin' mess. So I apologise in advance for what my hair's going to look like. I'm going to try and use every shade of this today, just because. So I'm going to use the black on my outer corner. I did a similar look yesterday, but I didn't use the green. So I'm basically just going to make sure I add the green in today. Because this is the kind of thing, with these kind of like orange, yellow, and red, this is the kind of thing I always do with these kind of colours anyway. So it's kind of my go-to burnt sunset kind of look. But the only difference is, rather than having the red on the outside, I'm having the black. This is very difficult. So while I blend this as best I can, okay, what happened at the O2 was, I went to the O2 the day before I went to go see the Kooks.
I know, she knows, wonderful of us. True or false, it may be, she's still out to get. I know, she knows, wonderful of us. True or false, it may be, she's still out to get.
The Kooks were fine. Like, they weren't a bucket list band. They were just a band that I knew some of their songs. I thought I used to listen to them quite a bit. It's a bit like I went to go see New Found Glory the other week as well. I didn't realise I only knew like one of their songs. I genuinely thought I knew more of their songs. Would I see them again? No. Would I say they're a bad band? No. It's just that they clearly weren't for me. But I've had other ones like that where I went to go see the Architects. I knew one song of the Architects. went to go see them because I really wanted to go see Wage War again. And my friend hadn't seen Wage War because I saw them warm up for Papa Roach. And I was like, well, it's going to be my birthday. It's going to be her birthday near that time as well. We'll go together and it'll be a fun time, sort of thing. And we did have a good time. By the way, the black was missing poster. I'm going to now use Float, which is the red, like the red shimmer. The black's like a black with glitter in it, but it's hard to see the glitter once you blended it. There was no problems at all on the Saturday. So what happened was, this has never happened to me before, by the way, and I've gone to the O2 a good like 10, 11 times or whatever this year already. I've been to the O2 a number of times last year as well. Again, like 15, 20 probably times. It's like 20,000 seats. I'm now going to use it, the shimmery orange. And yeah, so we got to the entrance, showed them the app so they could scan the thing, and it immediately came up saying that we were already inside. And I was like, what the fuck? I can understand maybe if I'd bought them off of, it's always one of my fears when I buy from, not second-hand ones, but you know, the ones that like put the price up ridiculous amounts. Always one of my concerns. I know it's always a risk. I took that risk. I went to see Taylor Swift. I've taken that risk when I went to see Coldplay this year with my mum. I know I'm part of the problem. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just don't want to miss out. I've missed out for so many years just for the simple fact that I didn't have anyone to go with. And I've been very open about this. I'm still taking the orange, by the way. I'm just making sure my inner corner's completely covered. I don't support e.l.f. anymore, by the way, but I'm using this up because I have this one and a backup. So please don't hate me for using e.l.f. just because it's still in my collection. Yeah, we get to the barrier and it says, you know, we're already inside. And I was like, well, that's weird because we just turned up. And they were like, oh, so you haven't like left and come back or whatever. I was like, no, we literally just got here. He tried it again and then he was like, okay, try it with my colleagues, and if that doesn't work, you'll have to go to the ticket office. So his friend tried it. It said they're already inside, tickets already been scanned or whatever. And I was like, I wonder if this is because it's like a certain area. It said like encore seating or something, and I was like, I don't know what that means. It was just close seating, so I bought those tickets. They were like, oh yeah, go to the ticket office. And I was like, right mate, I've never been to the ticket office. I've always bought my tickets online. Where's the ticket office? Because he didn't give me any instruction, by the way. It wasn't like, oh, it's just like there. It was outside and round a corner. And he was like, oh yeah, it's just outside. And I was like, right, is it outside by the merch thing? Because there's this massive line normally to get merch or whatever. And I was like, is it there? And he said, oh no, it's just like past there. And I was like, right, well, thanks for giving me that information like up front. Why did I have to ask for that? So we go to the ticket thing. I didn't realise there was a guest list queue in my haste. I just assumed every fucking queue was the same, but whatever. So then we had to queue up again for another one. I know, my fault. In my panic, I didn't read it properly. So anyway, we get to the front, and I'm not gonna lie, the guy who served me and my friend, why did he act like I was a problem? I was panicking because, you know, we'd got there like with about 20 to 30 minutes to spare at most, right? We'd wasted some of that time in the wrong queue, and we'd also wasted some of that time being messed around with at the ticket thing. And I explained the fact that, you know, we went to, you know, get our ticket scanned and it said we were already in there. And he scanned it again just to see if there was a problem with his machine, and same thing. He asked the other guy next to him if he could scan our tickets to see if that worked, and same problem. And the guy literally gave me an attitude and was like, well, yeah, it is going to say that if the other guy's already scanned it. And I was like, no, it came up flashing red all 3 times. I watched it. And he was like, oh, okay. So he was like, right, well, have you got the email for the original thing? Got the email out. Took me a second because I wasn't expecting, you know, to need it. But I found it, thankfully. And I gave him the email. And the guy was like slamming it was one of those sort of like old style cashier things where you put your stuff down, they shut the thing, you know, you can only put each person's hand in at once or whatever. I don't understand what his attitude was about. I honestly don't. He was like, oh, did you buy them directly off of the O2, or I think it was AXS I bought them off of, which is like an app that you buy ticket, like a legit app you buy tickets off of for the O2. I was like, I bought them off of there on the day the ticket dropped. And I said that specifically because I was like, if you have sold them twice, I'm owed those seats, because I bought them the day, within a couple of hours, if that, of when the tickets dropped. The other person you might have fucking sold them to, resold these tickets to, if you have like oversold, similar to how, you know, like airplanes do or whatever, if you've done that, I'm still owed these fucking tickets. That's why I said it. I was just thinking in my head, I was just like, I better not get fucked over. And I thought, oh, well, maybe we've been upgraded. Maybe we've got backstage tickets. I got excited for a second until I realised, no, they had genuinely fucked up. So what happened, I'm just using my powder foundation, by the way. The manager came over And again, ask for the email. I bought it off the legit site. I've got ID if you need it, just to prove like it's me. I'm the person who, he even knew my name, because clearly he'd had the error message must have come up to the ticket office to know like, oh, someone's going to be incoming. Because even when I came up, he was like, oh, was your name Chloe? And I was like, yeah. So he knew who I was, but then questioned the fact that I bought the tickets legitimately. Yeah, the manager took one look at the email and went, oh, you bought that off of Viagogo. And I went, no, I didn't. And she looked at it again. She went, oh, no, you didn't. And I was like, fucking look at it properly. And the thing is, the fact that she accused me of that as if like, oh, well, you're part of the problem or whatever. Maybe properly check it first before you have that fucking tone. Then they went off, and I was really like clock watching by that point, because it had been like 15 minutes. The first band was on at 7 and it was like 5 to 7 by that point, and I was getting really worried that we were going to start missing part of the gig. Like, we hadn't even got in, got a drink, gone to the toilet and got merch like we normally do. Thankfully, I wasn't that bothered about the merch, just because I already had Wage War stuff, and I was like, unless there's something really cool of Architects, like I can take or leave it. And I'm pretty sure a majority of their stuff is online. Like, Architects have been quite vocal about the fact that they don't even like selling merch in some respects at shows, because the venue takes a cut, even though the venue won't give a cut of like the drink and food sales to the band. And it's like, you gotta have some fucking give and take if you're gonna be like that. And I'm talking about like the venue. I actually 100% think Architects are in the right. That was my PUR bronzer, and it still smells like chocolate. I love it. I'm using, I bought this not too long ago, Westman Atelier highlighter. I fucking love this highlighter. It's kind of like a cream to powder. So you can use a brush or you can use your fingers, and you can even use it on top of powder foundation. More natural than some of my highlighters, but it's very pretty. So yeah, so anyway, the guy comes back, the manager, and the manager says, because you're starting to miss some of the gigs, so we don't want you to miss anything. What we can offer you is we've got 2 tickets literally directly opposite where you would have been sitting. We can offer you those. It's literally like same row, opposite side. They said like, you can get in with those and try your original tickets to see if anyone's sitting there. You may need to go to the customer service. I'm just using these 2 Wet n Wild. I've been really enjoying these Wet n Wild Colour Icon blushes. They're like newly formulated, and I have Naked Brown and Bed of Roses. This looks a lot more cool tone than it is. You can see the colours now. I don't know why that looks so cool tone. How weird. Anyway, peachy brown and then like a pinky peach. So I like mixing these. So yeah, so they got us in. We appreciated the fact that, because I was saying to Natasha, I was like, they better not just offer me a refund, because I want to see this fucking gig. We missed like maybe 1 or 2 at maximum songs of the first band. The first band was House of Protection, which genuinely I was really impressed by. I'd never heard them before. Everything Ends is like my new favourite song by them. I want to do quite a bit of blush today, because I think this eye look, and of course this palette, I think it warrants it. I'm going to grab the green, which is Fear Feeder. It's a shimmery green, so I'm not sure how well this is going to do smudging underneath, but oh, I didn't set under my eyes. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm going to take the yellow. I think that's every shade then, isn't it? Yeah, the yellow, the circus shade. And I'm going to put that on my inner. I'm actually use a little bit of this yellow just to smudge out the green. That's the eyeshadows. I think the shimmers are actually very nice, considering a lot of people give Melt a bad rap for shimmers. I think this palette does very well for shimmers, which I actually will agree. I have like the, what is it, the 420 palette, the Mary Jane palette, and oh, I have the green one. The green one's shimmers are actually quite good. I need to do my brows actually. Let me do my brows first. I actually got a new brow pencil. Got a new NYX one. Got a few new NYX products. I won't be able to try them all today, although I did try this yesterday. I've been tempted to get these for ages. These are the Duck Plump. The reason I didn't want to get these is because I hate plumping stuff. But these, as soon as I saw these in the store, I was like, I just had to get these. One is like black shimmer, and then the other one is like silver almost shimmer. It's so pretty. I also got the, because it's so hard to find a cool tone lip liner, I got the also Duck Plump lip liner in like Cool Taupe, I think it's called. Oh, Touch Up Taupe. Can't use it today, but it is nice. I might put those on afterwards because I'm going to run a couple of errands. I'm going to use the Blade and Shade eyebrow pencil. The shape of this, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. It's like flattened to the edge, but then flat at the front. It's very odd. I think I've seen lip liners like this, but this is new. Oh, I love how it makes brow hairs. I think I got 2 warmer shades. That's my only thing with this. It was that I was trying to find like a dark brown, and it only had like espresso or something, which I feel like is more like black brown, and then everything else was more like warm tone or taupe. So that was my only issue with this. I've also been liking the Physicians Formula Butter Palm Feathered Micro Brow Pen. I got that off iHerb with a replacement of the Wet n Wild, because I feel like I want to buy more Wet n Wild over like e.l.f. I'm gonna use I got this for free, this Anastasia Brow Freeze. Anastasia was being boycotted, but I can't remember why, because it was like 2 years ago, and I can't remember if we're still boycotting. Please let me know if you remember. There's been so many boycotts and stuff. I really try to keep up, but if I accidentally use something from a brand that's boycotted, it's not out of like I don't care about the boycott, it's that I've literally just forgotten, because I'm now 36.
Don't you want a balloon?
And my brain, my memory is just trash. I got this yesterday. This is by Superdrug. It's their Studio London range, and it's the Pumpkin Spice You Do Setting Mist. It has a pumpkin spice scent. I'm so intrigued. The mist also doesn't look too bad. Oh, but that smell. It's like putting on perfume, but it's not too heavily fragrance. You know, some of them, like, do you remember that Huda Beauty one? Matte gel eyeliner in Clown. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that interested in this, but I was interested in the eyeshadow palette. The lipstick looked pretty cool, but I wasn't like blown away by it. And the makeup bags were really cool. But to buy it all together was cheaper than buying things separate. So I was just like, oh, completely white. I have stuck my finger in it, so if you're worried about the swell, don't be. That's just my own finger. What the hell am I going to do with this? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my brush and then use the inside of the cap to kind of spread this out more evenly. I feel like I'm ruining this makeup. I just can't get like a clean edge to it. I don't love this eyeliner. Oh my god, the perfectionist in me is dying at how bad this white eyeliner is. For me, who's not a veteran at gel eyeliners, I'm really struggling. I always love the idea of gel pots, but clearly they're just not for me. I think I'm just making this worse. Right, I'm going to I'm just blending out the edges with other brushes that I've used that still have a tiny bit of pigment on them. Like underneath, I'm just going to use the green to kind of just blend out this really scruffy edge. What's weird is this one now looks better than this one, and I did this one first. I got a new memory card for this camera, which is like 128 gigabytes, so I have like 6 hours. Before I used to have like just over it, like maybe an hour and a half at most worth of like memory space. Now I have like 6 hours, so it doesn't matter how long I take. Okay, I'm not even joking, it's like I'm using cement. Maybe it is the gel eyeliner, because it's just so scratchy. Like it's too thick but too thin at the same time. It's really annoying. Anyway, I'm hoping mascara is going to save this. I'm using my tried and true. I had to replace a bunch of my mascaras the other day because I got a sty. Like a little bit. It was like a little bit of a sty in my corner. Because I can't remember her name, but there's a girl that I follow on TikTok who had like really, really super red eyes from an eye infection from old like makeup products with her eyes. I haven't had that problem with eyeliners or eyeshadow, but every now and then I'll have like an old mascara. I haven't realised how old it is. So I got rid of all my old mascaras and I bought a few new ones. I have this Scandalise Rimmel one. I fucking hate it. I was like, I'm sure there's a mascara from Rimmel that I like, but I couldn't remember which one it was. Then I walked in the store and I was like, oh yeah, it was the Thrill Seeker. So I'm just going to throw this on. I've also learned that you're meant to turn your mascara, not pump it. I'm kind of like turning and pumping a little bit. I will say, what I have learned from going to like these gigs, maybe I should go to the Just Mill, because those are always my favourites, I will say. Because bless my mum, she was just like, oh, the Coldplay gig I went to is like the best gig I've gone to in my whole entire life. And she was like, surely it's your favourite from this year. And I was like, no. Really almost offended. I was like, don't get me wrong, it was really special to have that experience with her. But like, it wasn't my favourite. My favourite this year currently is Baby Metal. Because not only, again, I went to go see Poppy originally. I wanted to see her live. And I was like, oh, it was like a £39 ticket. I was like, so not only was it super affordable, but I got to see Bambi Thug, which, new favourite. Baby Metal, new favourite. And then I got introduced to even more Poppy music. So lip liner and lipstick. So with this, you have the shade Red Balloon, the lip liner, and then Pennywise as the lipstick. This is a red metallic lipstick. And then the lip liner is just like a red. The lip liners, I prefer the gel lip liners that Melt do to these pencil ones, I will say. That's like between a burgundy and like a pink. Yeah, hate this shade. Metallic lipstick looks really cool. It's not as big as some of the Melt lipsticks I've had before, This is definitely smaller. This might be discontinued, this sort of style, but this is what I'm used to with Melt Cosmetics. So it's very possible they've updated their packaging to this. This lipstick is in lace. This looks ever so slightly taller but skinnier. So it probably is the same amount. 3.5, 3.4. So ever so slightly more in the original one compared to this. Just as an FYI. But I will say it's got like Melt Cosmetics all the way across. It's very cool. I actually really like this red lipstick, this metallic red lipstick. I think especially with like either with a black lip liner and this, or with a burgundy, like a deep burgundy liquid lipstick, and then just like a little bit of this in the center, I think would be gorgeous. I'm very, very intrigued by this. Even my boyfriend was like, ooh, I'll find it. Like, he loved the metallic of it. In conclusion, I think the Melt Cosmetics It collection for the Welcome to Derry is so much better than the Scream collection that I got from Glam something or other. I can't remember that fucking brand. People shit on the shimmers for Melt, but actually say that these are really cool. And because it's a smaller palette, if you are one of those like minimalist people, it gives you some colors that you can just like add to random looks and stuff that I think would be really cool. The gel eyeliner, I cannot get this to work for me. I think it's a little bit of the texture and a little bit of me not really knowing how to use gel eyeliner. I feel like I'd be better off with a pot eyeliner. And I actually used to have a Melt Brown eyeliner. I think I got rid of it. I loved it, loved it. It actually included a clip from like an old video. Very deep and dark and pigmented. It's a good liner. If you like Melt Cosmetics and you want to try a new liner, I wouldn't say it's bad. If you like the brush tips, if you're able to use them quite easily, then this is a good liner. If they had done those sort of liquid eyeliners instead of the fucking pot one, I would be obsessed. The makeup bags themselves would have liked a little pocket maybe at the back. That's the one thing. I don't support Jeffree Star anymore. To be clear, I got this years and years and years ago. I got this pre-2018, but it is massive. It holds so much. In some ways, that's a bad thing because I can't find anything. But it has like room in the front for, you know, tweezers and stuff like that. It has like a little pocket that I can put my eyeshadow primers and things like that in. I think it would be better if I'm going abroad. When I'm at home, I can actually have like maybe mascaras in here and actually see my mascaras, and then like other stuff in here that I'm actually using. I think that'd be better than my current setup is a complete and total mess. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. I feel like I'd really appreciate it. I don't do these kind of style videos that often, but if you are interested, I do them like every couple of months, either to test new products or just to chat about life. But I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!